Well, financial literacy, as we were discussing, isn't just a classroom problem. It's also a challenge for parents. Parents are taking it up on themselves to teach their kids about managing money, budgeting, and saving. So what's the best practice to teach your kids about finances? Here to weigh in is Yahoo Finance contributor Ross Mack, a man that owns at least one car that he teaches his kids all of these financial literacy tools and equips them for the future as well. So Ross, take us into where these conversations can start.
I echo everything Sharon said, right? I think it's very important that we as a community understand that financial literacy is its own language. Therefore, the earlier we learn how to speak it, our family and our kids will have a much higher likelihood of being fluent in that language. And that's why, and I love what you said, like I talk to my kids about finance every morning. And I think that one thing you got to understand is our kids are going to learn things. They're an empty sponge, right? They're soaking up everything in the world around them. And so they're going to learn things good and bad just through osmosis, just by being, just being around it all the time. And so when we're talking about finance, the good thing is if you're showing them good money practices, well, guess what? They're going to now inherit that as well. And so unfortunately, if you're bad with money, your kids will also inherit that as well. And so I love talking to my kids about, the economy around us. I love talking to them, saying how much groceries actually cost. And let's talk about allowance. Let's talk about, hey, this toy is amazing, but did you know this is how much it costs? And more importantly, when my kids were saying, all I want to do is go on YouTube, well, now we're talking about how do we actually own YouTube? And so now we're talking about investing and we're talking about different stocks. And so I think it's important that we talk to our kids and put things in their own language, right? You want to equate the world around them to kind of great money practices. And so when we're talking about, hey, these are the apparel brands that you're wearing, right? We won't necessarily say their names, but you have the ability to own this, or this social media platform, you have the ability to own this. And I think when you're talking to them early on, that's something that I find to be very important. And that's why I have a new book, right? Seen right behind me. It's called The ABCs of Future Millionaires. And what I love about it is we're putting things in a very easily digestible manner, right? So when we're talking A, assets, B for bank, E, economy, F, FICO score, not only are we going to say what it is, we're going to have amazing illustrations, but we're also going to say what a FICO score is in a language that the kids can understand. It's a report card for how well you're going to pay back the money that you borrow, right? E for economy, the way people in a place make and spend money, like buying toys or selling lemonade. And so when you're putting things in a more practical, easily digestible manner, it gives kids the ability to start learning great money practices that they will eventually be great when they start making their own money. And, because when you think about the statistics, the average person don't have $1,000 saved. And so it starts at home.
Yeah. Ross Mack, thanks so much for taking the time. Congratulations on the new book. And everyone, viewers out there, you can be sure to watch Ross's podcast, Financial Freestyle. Check it out on streaming platforms and Yahoo Finance's homepage. New episodes every Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time.